What's going on? This is Brett at Start Your Skate Business, and I am super excited right now because I get to share with you how to start up a skate shop. And trust me, I have been there. I have owned two, I have owned three skate parks. I have been in the skateboard business for 23 years, and I have traveled all over to different skate shops all across the country and some parts of the world and talk with skate shop owners to figure out my list. But really, this is the top secret list that I created that I honestly wish I knew existed when I started my skate shop. But anyway, here's some things to know before you start up a skate shop, or really, here's the steps on how to start up your own skate shop. So I actually have a blog, and that goes really into detail of all this stuff that I am talking about, and I have it in the description below. So check that out if you want to find some really cool details. All right, so now I'm going to be going back and forth from you to my computer. I have all my details. And truthfully, I have really just like the blog in front of me with some additional notes sprinkled in there because I don't want to skip over anything. So bear with me as I go back and forth. But I'm going to I don't know, just have fun with it. Anyway, to start up a skate shop, I would recommend you having about $50,000 cash in the bank. Okay, some liquid assets. This is going to help you out with all the expenses that I am going to be sharing with you. Also, it's not only the initial expenses of like just getting it up and running, but also you want to have some cash left over for those recurring expenses. One of them being payroll. So you want to have three months worth of payroll for a staff member, and this includes yourself. Yes, yourself. You want to pay yourself. A lot of times when you open up a skate shop, people are thinking like, I'm going to open up the skate shop. I'm going to operate it. I don't really need to worry about the expenses of payroll because I'm going to be the one there. But you want to have that saved up, that money left saved aside. This is going to help you out. You definitely want to have yourself covered. So like I said, you want to have 3 months. So consider yourself like, do this. Whatever your minimum wage is in your state, I would say multiply that by 8 hours for 8 hours a day. And instead of doing 5 days a week, because skate shops, it's like you're not going to be really be open like 8 hours a day, 5 days, or 5 days a week or 6 days, whatever it is. Just multiply for, I would say, like 25 hours for the week. Okay, so your minimum wage times 25, and then multiply that by 4, and then again by 3. That will give you the 3 months. All right, so now you want to make sure that you have a storefront sign, and that has cost me $3,000. That's on the low end. I want to say that's a really fair price, actually. And that's going to cover not only your store sign, but that's going to cover installation, and it's going to cover the permits that you're going to need to have that sign up above your door. So keep that in mind. Even if you go a less expensive route, like just getting a banner, because I thought about that too in the past. Actually, I haven't done that in the past. What am I talking about? That's still going to cost you money because you're going to have to pay for a permit to have that banner up. Any sign that you have up, you're going to have to pay some type of fee for it if it's above your door. If it's in a window, it's a little bit different, but let's make it nice. It's your store. Let's do it. Let's do it the right way. All right. So now let's talk about the build out. So the build out is going to cost you around $2,000 to $8,000, depending on what you want to do. Even if it's as simple as just putting paint on the wall, you're going to have multiple trips back and forth to Home Depot and getting paint, getting the materials, and letting the paint dry and painting over it again. It's going to take multiple days. If you're building something, even if you have a friend building it that knows some construction and carpentry, you're still going to have to pay them most likely. And if they do it for free, you're probably going to have to pay for their meals. We're skaters. We like pizza. So you're probably going to be spending some money on some pizza lunches. So no matter what you do, it's going to be an expense. So make sure you have that covered. I like to go on the higher side. Higher side. When I opened up a skate shop, I had a friend that is a construction worker, so he has all the tools and all that stuff. And I told him, just give me the price. I said, don't worry about giving me a friend hookup or anything like that. Just give me a price, and if you find it in your heart to charge me a little less, awesome. but but yeah, so you can do the friend route, but just tell them to treat you like a normal client, because this way it's not like they're doing you a crazy favor. Like, you can still like really say like, hey, this isn't right. Like, you got to do this a little bit better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're held more accountable. All right. So, one tip: if you go the contractor route and you have someone that is going to build out your store, before you sign the lease, go to that location and have that contractor check it out so they can give you an accurate price of what it will cost for the build out. Okay. Very important. All right. Let's talk about the tech essentials. Yes. Tech essentials. So we're talking about like what it costs to like run, like just run your store. Um, and this is like more like internet, things of that sort. So save or be ready to spend around $1,500. Yep, $1,500. So this is going to be like your POS system. It's going to be your internet, your phone, your security system such as ADT, and you want to have surveillance. Trust me, my skate parks and skate shop have all been broken into, and I know other skate shops that have been broken into as well. As much as you support the community and you do great things for other people, there are going to be some bad apples out there, and they will break into your store, and you just want to be ready for it. It does happen. Hopefully, it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. But you want to be ready. Anyway, even with all the times that my place has gotten broken into, especially with the ADT security, which are they're great. I recommend them. Nothing has ever been like really damaged too much, and your insurance covers a lot of it. But make sure we'll get into insurance in a second. Anyway, some other tech things that you want to keep in mind is that you're going to have like other like subscription services that you're going to have. QuickBooks, it's really important, especially when you do your taxes. It's very nice when that's set up. Your web host, you're going to have a website. You're going to have some type of e-commerce. If you don't, you still should have a website. And you're going to have maybe your Adobe suite, such as Photoshop for ads or marketing purposes, Adobe Premiere for video editing. Come on, we're creative. We like filming skateboarding and skate shop videos. So you probably will have that. At the very minimum, maybe Canva, some really basic drag and drop things that you can do for marketing, and some very basic editing. But you want to have some type of marketing, um, I don't know, marketing service or whatever it is. You know what I'm you know what I'm getting at. All right, moving forward, we're going to talk about an attorney. Yeah, that's right. You want to have a lawyer look over your lease, and a lawyer expect to spend around $1,000 to $5,000. They can get very expensive, but yeah, you want to do that. And if you need some tips on where to even look for a lawyer, just let me know. DM me. Wait, this is YouTube. You can't. I don't think you can DM me. Get in contact with me, and then I'll help you out on that one. So have a lawyer look over your lease, because skateboarding is inherently loud. It's just a loud thing. Our culture is loud. So you want to make sure you're protected. Like, you don't want to get into your skate shop and then have a show, like a live band come in, and then all of a sudden your landlord's just like, what are you doing? This is the last straw. Like, you're out of here. Or you don't want to have your neighbors, if you're in like a shopping center or something like that, um, complaining, and you just don't want to have any of that. So you want to just address all those things in the lease. And also there's like a bunch of other like random small things, well, big things that are in leases that really favor the landlord and not you. So you want to make sure, and they're always going to favor the landlord, but you want to make sure it's fair. Okay. All right, cool. So there's more to go about that, but we'll save that for a different time. Now let's talk about your insurance. Expect to spend a down payment of $1,000 to $2,000, depending on what you have covered. Usually, a landlord wants to have you with a policy of $1 million to $3 million. $3 million is absolutely crazy, but yeah, I've seen it before. Now, the most important investment that I really wanted to share with you, and this can cost the most money, to be honest. It's the investment in yourself. You want to expect to spend at a minimum $500. Get a couple books. Um, get books on business. Subscribe to different services, like subscribe to Entrepreneur Magazine or stuff like that. You want to invest in yourself and set yourself up and get your mind right for business, because the saying, build it and they will come, I promise you, it does not exist. It does not exist. Um, so invest in you. And like I said, $500, that's all you need, but it does go up. Like I always say 500 to 3,000, 3,000 at a minimum. Like you want to make sure you don't have to go through the hurdles that other people have done before. Like you want to just streamline yourself to success. You don't want to go through the sleepless nights, the headaches, the loss of money over and over. So many people have done that. I have done that. I have been there. And there's no need for you to do the same thing. So if you invest in yourself, that is the number one most important thing. I can't stress that enough. So I'm going to just leave it like that. All right. So I'm going to just go over a couple other last little bit of like details and information. Before opening up a shop, you definitely want to do some market research. Okay, you want to know what neighborhoods you're going to be in. There's a lot of information out there to tell you like what the income is in the neighborhood, that any neighborhood in the United States. So keep that in mind. Also, what you can do, which is super helpful, is create a Facebook business page before your skate shop opens. This is going to really show you if your if your ski shop is needed. So before even like creating surveys and asking other skateboarders, like, what boards would you like if I opened up a shop? That's not going to help you, and you're wasting your time. You want to create a Facebook page and begin building your audience. It's going to take you a long time, so building it before you open is very important. Build that out. This way, and then you're in touch immediately with your community. A lot of people that are going to be spending the money there are going to be just families. Most people are going to be families that don't even know anything about skateboarding. Their kids are going to want to try it out. A lot of core skaters, they'll come to your spot too, the ones that are in the neighborhood and stuff like that. But honestly, there's just such a big selection online, and that's going to be your biggest competition online. So you have to focus on your community, and what better way to start out by just getting to know your community before you even open your doors. So just prepare for that. Now, the last thing I want to share, there's a bunch of more stuff within this blog that I have, but the last thing I want to share with you for this video is just your legal foundation. Okay. So you want to start up an LLC. If it's just you, like one business owner, you can just do it on LegalZoom. Pretty simple, pretty easy, straightforward. Now, if you are opening a shop with a partner or multiple partners, use an attorney. Use the same attorney that's looking over the lease. Use that same person to help you set up your legal foundation. Okay, because you want to have control. Like, both partners should have control of what happens and says, but if you're 50-50 partner, you have to make decisions together. And you know what? Before I even get into all of this, because this is a lot of information, leave a comment below if you want me to, because I'll make a separate video of how to legally set up your company, um, or tips, because I can't tell you how to legally set up your company. I don't even know what state you're in. But leave a comment below, because I will give you all the tips that I have experience, because I have partners in other businesses, um, to, tips on setting up a LLC or a company with multiple partners. That'd be really cool. But yeah, keep that in mind. If it's just you, go to LegalZoom, not a big deal. Multiple partners, seek an attorney. All right, so I hope this helps you so much. There's so many other things to think about, but like, you can find those other things easily online. Like, just do a Google search. The stuff that I went over just now, I don't think it's going to be really hard for you to even. This is just experience, my personal experience. No Google search is going to say a sign costs $3,000. No, that is my personal experience. So I just want to share with you that stuff. Now, if you want to do like marketing outreach, there's staffing, there's connecting with distributors, which I'll leave the link below for that as well, because I have a blog on it. And there's just other things that you can easily find. Just planning for your growth and all that stuff. So anyway, that is going to be the end of this video. I hope there was a lot of value that you got out of it. Leave a comment below just to let me know like what you learned, what is helpful. If there's other information that you want me to dive deeper in, just let me know. Also, please like and subscribe so that we can connect more with more skateboard entrepreneurs. And speaking of that, go and like my Facebook group if you are a skateboard business owner or aspiring to be a skateboard business owner, because now we can connect with other skateboard entrepreneurs, and then we can grow this community together and learn from each other, so that we do not have to compete against these big branded online places. Because skateboarding is booming, but there are aspects of skateboarding where the revenue is drying up. So hopefully this has helped you, and I look forward to talking more. Goodbye.